Hey, welcome back everybody. How are you doing today? We're working on, I think it's a 2002 Honda 400EX. And what it does is, first of all, as you can see, this is just a mess. And I'm putting it back in and putting the key switch on for the fella, and they can shut it off. So I've got wires put all back together because it was just butchered up here. So I got it working with the key switch again. They had a, as you can see here, they put a push button on there. So I put it back. Now what it does is it's got a new carburetor on it. We're sure it is Chinese carburetor. But it won't accelerate. It'll sit there and idle, but you go accelerate, it dies. So my guess is, and we're going to figure this out, we're going to take this off, is that the float bowl is not set properly and it ain't letting enough fuel in. And it starves the carburetor for fuel, and it runs out of the carburetor, not enough getting down in there. So, we'll take this carburetor off, we'll take it apart and see what's up with it, and we'll go from there, see if we can get this fixed. And, well, okay, I'll get the stand, get you in the stand, and we'll start taking this off. Alright, let's start taking this thing off of here. Sitting on here. Okay, got this leaking. I thought I had that shut off, but it don't seem like it. Get a towel here. Obviously that didn't work, right? That was still leaking. Set that down here. Okay. Now we can get to this. I should be able to pop this off of here. Ugh. Gas all over me. Okay, we got, pull this out of here. Just got it sitting in there. Oops, she's peeing all over the place. Okay, pop that out. Unscrew this. Catch all this junk. Oops. Okay, there we go. All right. Now I gotta dump out the rest of this gas and we'll get over to the bench and work on her. All right, here we are at the bench. Turn her upside down here so we can get to everything. Big carburetor. So a little extra light on. And get the drill and we can zip it out of here a little quicker. Okay, let's see what we got here. Pull these off. Come on. All right, there we go. All right, this thing's being in the way. Loosen it up. It's not. It looks halfway clean. A little bit of junk down there in the bottom, but not much. This is all a plastic kind of a situation. Not much adjustment on this, if any. Let's write this off. Well, let's make sure that these ain't. Let's get the right thing for that. All right, smaller. It's 7. That takes that off. Okay, now what we're going to do is look through here. Okay, it looks good. Now the jet looks good. Here's what you see. It's got this nut for adjustment. So I'm wondering, what's that for? Now somebody out there might know what it's for. Okay, let's pull this off of here. We gotta make sure to put that back on. This is obviously the depth of the. This is how you adjust, I guess, the depth of that meter valve that goes up into here. So that's going to tell you how much it's going to let in and out. So my guess is that's all the way down. The more up it is, the more gas it's going to let in. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how this one works. Now if I can find my flat-bladed screwdriver here, it's going to fit in here. We need to pull that one off, and this one's too big. Let's see if this works. Too small. Well, I'm going to have to move you out of the way here a little bit. Let's pause you and I'll find. Okay, found one. It was back there. Okay, let's get that out of there. Back in here. Let's double check. I mean, it's a brand new car, but okay, that looks a little plugged. So what I always generally use for, because it seems like these, let me see here. You know, you get those carburetor cleaner things. They're never small enough to get in some of these. I don't know, maybe I get the wrong ones. I don't know if anybody else has had that problem. So I use a wire brush. Wire brush always works really good at getting those smaller holes in those carburetors. That was a little different. That looked like it could have been plugged up, but what I think maybe our issue is this needs to be adjusted down some more to get more fuel. You know, I'm shooting in the dark here. But let's, it's going to be a 10. Chickens out there making noise. Let's run. This should work on. All right, go back here, right? There it is. Yeah, let's might shoot with that. And let's see if that works. Because that's the adjustment. On some of them it's up in the slide, where I guess how this one is, it's not up in the slide. So let's see, how does that go in there? Is that the way it goes? See if that, I guess that does kind of fit in there. Got plenty of, yeah, got ventilation. That's important too. Is that gonna work? Okay, just take this one. Fighting that for. Just take it off. I would think that would go that way, but I could be wrong. No, that's the way it goes. Okay, I just don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's no adjustment on it anyway, so that kind of... Maybe I need to put this down here first. It's going to come out. Okay, maybe it won't come out. Yeah, come out. Okay, let's try that. See, something's not. Something don't want to sit down right. Let's get in here and take a look. How about that? Got this nice little about 2 shakes about getting rid of this stupid thing. Getting on my nerves. Is that what holding it up? Okay. Got stuff falling out everywhere. Okay, I'm going to have to pause and figure this out so it won't be boring to you. Alright, I got it on there. I'm just going to leave that out for now. That little plastic piece is being a pain in the butt. And I'm afraid of, this is what I'm afraid about that plastic piece. It could be hindering, I don't know, I can't see in there, but it could be just a little off. Because we're talking about these are Chinese or cheap carburetors. It could be messing with the float. This thing don't want to tighten up. Messing with the float. Look, you can see it's not even straight in there. You see that? Look. That's not even straight in there. So that plastic piece could be holding the float bowl from letting fuel in. That's what I'm kind of thinking. And I still don't want to, can't keep it tight here. So we're going to go with that and see if that makes a difference. And I can't keep this thing in here. I don't want to clamp it down and destroy it. So let's put this back on. There we go. All right, back over and we'll put her on. Now, sometimes why that can happen is if you got water in your tank, that can be an issue. That can cause you a bunch of issues, and that same thing, it won't accelerate because it's sucking. When you accelerate, it's taking the gas off the bottom of the carb, and of course that's where your water goes. When your water enters your carb, you know, from your tank, it goes to the bottom. It settles on the bottom. So sometimes that can be your issue. So you want to make sure that there's no water in your tank, which is getting into your carburetor. Now, that could have been an issue here, but they did say that they put different carburetors on it. I'm sorry, tanks. They used a different tank. Come on, get in there. There we go. There we go. All right. They said they put different tanks on there. Okay. So, but that still could have been an issue. I didn't, and I should have checked that. But you have to take the carb off anyway. You can check that to make sure. Sometimes you can hit that bottom thing and drain all the gas out of the carburetor. Sometimes you can do that. Dump all that, you know, out of the bottom of the carburetor and get all the water out. But if there's water in your tank, it's just going to get right back in it. We got choke on. Okay. We got this hooked back up. Okay. Now we're going to put the tank back on. And I'm going to check it here. I kind of got it all moved around, but I'm going to check it, make sure there's no water in it first. Okay, here I just got me a bottle to make sure that, it's trying to leak out. Let's seal that up a little more. Okay, to make sure that it wasn't water, I couldn't confirm for either way if it was water or not in there. Put the wires together here. Pull the choke in. So to me, it seems like it's still doing the same ding dang thing. Okay. So, to me, it's doing the same thing. Next thing we're going to do, check. We're going to check these. We're going to check the gaps on these. There we go. Gas going everywhere. on tight. All right. Together. Okay. I don't know. This one feels pretty tight. So let's adjust these valves. This one seems a little tight to me. Because you should have just, oh yeah, that's pretty tight. Okay. Here a little tick. I like to go this. What we're going to do is we're going to run it. That one's needs it too. Oops. That's how you do it. You don't have to sit there and watch it. I'm going to loosen them all up, bring you back. Alrighty. So we got those adjusted. They're all got some loose. Let's see what we got. Well, do some thinking here and come back. That didn't fix nothing. All right, well, I found out the problem. It was the Chinese carb is junk. Because watch this. See that? Revs up fine, no issue, no problem. So, what it comes down to is this Chinese carb is junk. That Chinese carb is junk. Now, what you got to do is these are cheap, but you can get a good one. What you got to do is you got to put it on, and if it don't act right, tell them, and they will send you a new one. I've done it many times before because I've got them where they're just junk. So in a certain amount of time frame, especially if you get it from Amazon, it's really good. So if you do get them, you can get a good one. I've got them good ones before, but check them to make sure that they're good, because they are junk. Like I showed you on there, how crooked that was in there. Something's off with this whole carburetor. It was the casting or what it would be. So that is the only issue that was with this bike. Now those valves were tight. I gotta admit, those valves did need to be adjusted. But that was the problem with it. So, okay, I just wanted to share that with people. If you have this issue, that is probably what it is. But the steps that we went through, you know, the valves and these different things, are some things you might check, because it could be an issue why it don't rev up. Okay, everybody. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Always got something coming in here, something different. You know, just changing out a carburetor is no big deal. Right there it tells us and shows us that was the problem. So, hey, have a good one. Take care. Have a good day.